Rare images that'll make you say, damn, that's rare. This Himalayan bear waking up from a 5-month nap looks just like me after a night out with the boys, kicking toes and sucking ass. So this is so cool. This is what it looks like when a bullet is shot at a glass-like target at a dumbfounding 20 million frames per second. This is probably how speedsters like the Flash see the world, by the way. These explorers discovered an old abandoned cave house in a neighborhood near Alabama. I'm not sure how these two do it. I can already feel my claustrophobia kicking in. They look like all those realistic body cam video games. So this is wild. Absolutely no CGI was used in this. Tobey Maguire had 156 retakes to perfectly film this scene from Spider-Man. This was the moment the Super Typhoon Ragasa, the highest hurricane category in Hong Kong, broke through the doors of a 5-star hotel. Why don't groundbreaking feats like these get more press? This Polish skier has become the first human to completely descend from the top of Mount Everest without extra oxygen, a feat considered almost superhuman considering the extremely thin oxygen levels at the death zone. This limited photo was taken by the first editor of National Geographic magazine and was used to illustrate the height difference between this massive Hawaiian flora and an average human. Talk about an unlikely duo. A billy goat in Russia once formed an unusual bromance with a Siberian tiger after it was fed to it as lunch. The odd pair kept at it for days, fostering a relationship that spanned several months. This stylish mosquito coil holder was created using a customized 3D pen that allows the artistic manipulation of materials, capable of transforming them into three-dimensional objects. The design's interior is also lined with plaster to resist the coil's heat and prevent it from melting. This is how modern emergency evacuation tests are performed on cruise boats. Crew members learn how to transfer passengers aboard the vessel into this inflatable raft, a more efficient system than a traditional lifeboat. Only a few keen eyes can see through this optical illusion cast by the snow on this wired fence. The moment you see through it, you cannot unsee it. This was the historic moment of a phone call from the Secretary of the Nobel Committee informing Maria Machado of winning the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize Award. This is Yusuf Dikik, the man who decided ore farming at the 2024 Olympics wasn't enough and decided to bring it home to another tournament held in his country. This team of engineering students from Japan successfully built a pedal-powered aircraft made from ultralight materials. The craft solely relies on leg strength and recorded an impressive flight distance of over 19 kilometers. This thought-provoking piece created with nothing but oil has me feeling a little blue, and the artistic butt scratch thrown in the mix really adds to it. The artist uses depth and texture to perfectly portray inner struggles and distorted emotions. This completely damaged Toyota Hiace that still runs is proof that Toyotas are better than Hondas. What Honda do you know can do this? I'm waiting. This insane feat by 174 skydivers was pulled off by a skydiving group in Illinois. The team dropped from an altitude of 16,400 feet, creating a new vertical head-down skydiving world record. Looks like Ursula's working overtime. This three-legged fish, known as the tripod fish, is a deep-sea dweller with extremely long, fin-like rays it uses to stand on the ocean floor. Okay, this is adorable. In 1996, a king penguin named Lala became a local celebrity in Shibuya, Japan. Rescued by the Nishimoto family after being injured in a fishing net, Lala refused to return to the wild. He'd always earned meals and hose baths from the entire neighborhood after his daily adventures. A 21-year-old gymnast from Azerbaijan has made history by performing the world's first triple-triple, a complex tumbling skill at the 2025 World Games. This is the national flag of Azerbaijan, the largest flag flown in the world, covering a total area of 27,597 square feet. This is such a good video for Azerbaijan. This is one of the rarest animals in the world. The Chirodectes maculatus is an extremely rare species of jellyfish, only sighted twice throughout history. This footage is the only recording of it to exist. This bridge model, built by a group of engineering students in Brazil, can withstand an impressive load of 430 kilograms and is made entirely out of popsicle sticks. Warning, this might trigger megalophobia. This apocalyptic footage of a heavy cloudburst might look like CGI, but it is a real phenomenon that happens because of the localized descent of sinking air within a thunderstorm. In Japan, these innovative snow-melting sprinklers are embedded into roads to pump warm water and melt surrounding snow, preventing icy road hazards and saving the need for heavy plowing and salt. This cool, non-Newtonian fluid literally works best under pressure. Unlike most fluids, this unique fluid's viscosity changes with sudden applied pressure, causing it to stiffen like solid matter. This is actually insane. These Sherpa brothers are casually chatting atop Mount Amadablam without an oxygen cylinder, arguing about what brand of noodles to eat at that altitude. Absolutely insane work. The only thing more unbelievably insane about these unlikely animal friends is the fact that the tiger makes a freaking Rottweiler look like a Yorkie or even a Chihuahua. This was a 14-hour cleanup operation after a truck overturned in Texas, spilling $800,000 worth of dimes. Hopefully they're getting paid by the hour. This footage from a test run of the Chinese maglev shows it accelerating from 0 to 700 kilometers per hour in just 2 seconds. This is an aerial photograph of the largest city in the world. The Jakarta metropolitan metropolitan area has a population of 42 million people. That's more than the entirety of Canada. This was the moment a man reunited with his family on a Korean broadcast aimed at reconnecting families separated during the Korean War. The show ran for 19 days, reuniting 10,000 families. This viral video captured the moment a goalkeeper scored an impressive long-range goal on his second consecutive attempt. The Long Island Railroad uses gas-powered heaters to keep the track components on the Jamaican Station Railway warm enough during winter in Queens, New York. This swan was filmed at a park throwing it down with a seagull. Despite their elegance, you might want to keep your distance. Swans are extremely territorial and would beak you down when agitated. The microscopic view of a woman's vaginal secretion moments before ovulation looks like something between a silk dress print and a Jane Austen cover. Blowing air into a molting lizard to help remove its skin is generally discouraged by many reptile experts and could potentially cause harm. While some sources describe it as a gentle method for loosening already very loose shed, it is not a recommended standard practice. Either this cop is trying to collect some gold coins that we can't see to get to the next level, or this is genuinely how a traffic jam is created. The shape of this tree, caused by decades of strong wind currents, makes it look like Marge Simpson on a bad hair day. Did you know the lack of testosterone in deer leads to a condition known as cactus back? This defect causes the abnormal, unregulated growth of newer antlers that can weigh more than a gallon of paint. She totally had me with this. This is an interestingly creative idea for a Halloween costume. Stuff like this makes me wish I had a dog, man. Imagine pulling up for trick-or-treating like this. Warm water is used to cause dilation and restore blood flow in Raynaud's disease, a condition where the fingers turn white as blood vessels constrict due to cold or stress, and can also be caused by vibrations from using power tools. I guess these two big cats are having a face-off. This unusual fight allows them to better size each other up and determine a victor through a proxy without resorting to more violent means. If no opponent backs down, the conflict will escalate into a real fight. This is a grasshopper farm in China where hundreds of thousands of hoppers are produced every year. This behind-the-scenes look shows how the underwater scenes in Aquaman are filmed. A special effects technique called dry for wet is used to simulate an underwater environment in real time. So this is crazy. In order to capture a genuine expression of sheer terror from Alan Rickman during his final scene in the iconic film Die Hard, the stunt director instructed the team to abruptly drop him from the building's platform after the count of 2 instead of 3. For a split second, Alan forgot he was on a film set and was so shocked it became one of the most realistic villain deaths in cinematic history. Jeffrey Dahmer had nothing on this guy. This is Luis Garavito, Colombia's deadliest serial killer. Luis often targeted poor, unsuspecting kids while disguised as a street vendor. He was convicted of the murder of 193 boys, with the actual unaccounted number of his victims tallying at over 230. In 2001, he was sentenced to 1,853 years in prison, but died from eye cancer in 2023. This is a viral photo of 3 Nigerian men on a flagged oil tanker who miraculously survived an 11-day voyage to Spain while perched on the ship's rudder. So this is really cool. In Meizhou City, China, artists are being commissioned to paint vibrant murals on the city's massive cooling towers in an attempt to enhance the tower's plain, industrial appearance and transform them into visible visual landmarks. This was a failed attempt by a Chinese automaker at recreating the viral Stairway to Heaven stunt at Tianmen Mountain in Zhangjiajie, China. The driver used a Chery Fengyun X3L in contrast to the Range Rover Sport used by the original performer to ascend the 999-step stone in 2018. Neither the car nor the driver could handle the intense climb, causing them to lose traction and crash into the guardrail. This is the quokka, a small marsupial native to Rottnest Island in Western Australia, commonly known as the happiest animal in the world owing to its distinctive facial anatomy. They are now considered a vulnerable species due to the destruction of their habitat. This has got to be the luckiest guy I've seen this year. He's completely okay. I think I'm going to end it here and go rethink my life. Hold up, why did bro tap its cheeks like that? This is a melanistic jaguar, otherwise known as the Black Panther. Its dark coloration is caused by an overproduction of melanin, but its characteristic spots can still be seen under the right lighting. Contrary to what's depicted in this video, this huge kitty is not to be stroked. I know the story of Daniel in the Den of Lions is a popular one, but have you seen this? These Maasai nomads courageously walked up to a pride of lions, aggressively asserted their dominance, took their share of meat, and had the pride running off like a bunch of pussies. Get it? Because they're literally pussycats? This isn't a rock-type Pokemon. This is a 30-day-old alligator snapping turtle, the largest freshwater turtle in North America. This particular infant might not look like it, but in a few months, a bite from this little guy will be strong enough to dislodge a finger. This clip reminds me too much of Grandpa Max's gross cooking in the original Ben 10 series. That shit traumatized me as a kid, man. This self-propelling movement is being carried out by hundreds of millipedes. The formation ensures protection and speed as a rolling swarm of creepers moves faster than a single one. This is how the sex scene from the movie Bridesmaids was filmed. Probably not what bro signed up for. Imagine getting to set and finding out the sex scene you were pumped for was actually gonna be you getting pumped by another dude. Bruh. These are actual real firework brands in India. Seriously though, who made these bangers? Get it? Because the fireworks go bang? Ever wondered what the inside of a hurricane looks like? This is an internal view from a U.S. aircraft flying in the eye of the storm. Literally, the view is from a USAF C-130J Hercules flying inside the eye of the now monster Category 5 Hurricane Melissa that was heading towards Jamaica. This is a firekeeper in the Temple of Yazd in Iran, where the sacred fire is said to have been lit almost 2,000 years ago in the era of the Sassanid Empire. Its flames still burn brightly to this day. This isn't the average volcanic eruption. It is a phreato-magmatic eruption, a phenomenon caused by the interaction between magma and water that causes the ejection of ash, steam, and rock fragments. This goofy goober sea anemone sensed a predatory starfish and quickly swam away, putting as much distance between itself and Patrick Star in the most cartoonish run possible. This is a depiction of what Neanderthals looked like some 40,000 years ago. Whenever you feel stuck or like your progress has been a little slow, remember that these construction workers are still trying to fill this giant hole with gravel to this day. The site is a metro construction project located in São Paulo, Brazil. So these cool Inuit snow goggles are the inspiration behind the similar eyewear worn during the eclipse in season 3 of The Last Airbender. These designs are dated as far back as 4,000 years ago and are still used today to protect the eyes during harsh snowstorms. Travis Scott? Now this is beyond creepy. In 2013, an 82-year-old woman in Colombia, unknown to her, had carried a mummified baby in her womb for 40 years. This is her radiograph. This entire room is meant to feel like a genjutsu. Popularly known as digital art venues, this form of technology uses sensory tools to create an ambiance that envelops visitors by combining large screens, sound effects, and lighting to enhance the visual experience.